Hey everyone, I'm Matt Dolan with Dolan Divorce Lawyers in Connecticut, and today I'm going to explain legal separation in Connecticut. So, a lot of people have the common misconception that legal separation is some sort of preliminary step to take before you get divorced, and that is not really the case. So, a legal separation is a very involved process that essentially requires you to go through all of these same steps as you would in a divorce. You have to go to court, you have to negotiate, child custody, child support, alimony, division of assets, etc. And you try to negotiate it through that court process. And ultimately, if you can't reach an agreement, you have a trial and the judge makes a decision. So it's essentially the same process as a divorce, and for that reason it's very rare for people to go through a legal separation. The only time folks really do that is if they have real personal reasons, whether it's religious or some other reason that they don't want to actually be legally divorced. Otherwise it's very uncommon. Some people also think that you remain on your spouse's health insurance if you're legally separated, but these days very few, if any, health insurance plans allow you to remain on your spouse's health insurance if you're legally separated, so you don't even get that benefit if you are legally separated. Once that legal separation is complete, if you do ultimately reconcile with your spouse, you can just ask the court, by agreement, that the legal separation be dismissed. Or if you have a legal separation and you want to finalize your divorce, you can ask that the legal separation be converted into a divorce. So again, based on the fact that you have to go through all these steps, legal separations are very rare in Connecticut. I've only done a couple of them. Once people understand what they are, they generally want to go through the divorce process. But that doesn't mean you can't actually, separate from your spouse prior to filing the divorce. You may not be ready for divorce. You may want to do a trial separation or something like that, and that is perfectly fine to do. And you can always file for divorce in the future if the trial separation, you realize that a divorce is inevitable. But I would suggest that before you do that, you consult with an attorney, just because there can be implications with custody or what ultimately happens with the house. There can be implications that could harm you if you just separate without talking to an attorney. So you want to make sure you talk to somebody to educate yourself on the implications of a just trial separation. So those are the basics on legal separation in Connecticut. As usual, if you have any questions, you can feel free to contact our office. And if you are looking for representation in a family law case here in Connecticut, we would invite you to contact our office as well.